Liftoff will start in T-minus 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have ignition.
It's time! 17 seconds from Game 7 or from championship number 6. Jordan, open. Chicago with the lead. I've got a piece of it. It comes off. The Chicago Bulls have won their 6th NBA championship.
Tying run at second, 2 out. Palmero over the head of Jenks. Uribe charges, throws, out! And the White Sox have won the World Series.
To the far side around the 8-yard line to Hester. Under it and to the middle with the 15 to the 20, breaks free to the 25 to the 30, to the outside, 40, midfield, 40, 30 to the coast, 20, 15, Hester 5. Oh! Touchdown!
Slowly toward Bryant. He will glove it toward Rizzo. It's in time. And the Chicago Cubs win the World Series.
What up, what up, what up? Welcome to Shawn and Maya in the morning on this House Music Monday edition. I'm your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra. Thanks for tuning in. If you're watching us on Facebook Live, well, then I guess you found us on Facebook. And if you're not following us on Facebook, what? Come on, go to Facebook, type in Sports Zone Chicago, click the like button, and now you're following Sports Zone Chicago. Simple. But wait, there's more. Go to the show's page, go to Shawn and Maya in the morning, like that page as well. So not only will you be following Sports Zone Chicago, but you'll be following Shawn and Maya in the morning as well. You're watching us on our YouTube channel. Excellent. And if you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel, for real, come on, go to YouTube, type in Sports Zone Chicago, click the subscribe button. But also click the notification button. That's the little bell next to it. And that'll let you know anytime a show from Sports Zone Chicago is going live. Get it? Got it? Good. Now, if you're watching this on our mobile app, yeah. Please don't tell me you didn't know we had a mobile app. Come on, baby. Listen. We have a mobile app. So you just go there, wherever you get your apps from. You go there, you type in Sports Zone Chicago, you download it. You take us with you on the go. So not only do you get Shawn and Maya in the morning 3 days a week, not only do you get our other live shows throughout the week, and not only are they archived there like they are on Facebook and YouTube, but I'll tell you what, we give you a slew, and I mean a slew of articles, thanks to my man Clarence Council III. Big up to Clarence for keeping your best of all articles Chicago sports related. Now, if you're watching this on our Roku channel, I like that kind of party, baby. If you don't know, you better ask somebody. Sports Zone Chicago, we have our own Roku channel. So if you have a Roku television in the house, do us a favor. Download Sports Zone Chicago's channel to your television. All right. Put us there next to the big boys: Netflix, Hulu, Apple Plus, Prime Video, HBO Max, Disney Plus, Paramount Plus, Stars Plus. Oh, man, Stars was dope. Raising Kanan was dope. I think that was the last episode of the season. I hope not. I hope there's one more next week. But anyway, it was dope. But I digress. Put us there next to the big boys and watch us on the big screen. Hell, run the big screen right, Mickey, Vicky, now. Now, you can also tweet the show. Tweet us at Sports Zone Shy. That's CHI at Sports Zone Shy. Now, if you want to follow me, just me personally online. You want to know what I did? Let me tell you what I did. I made it nice and easy for you folks. Nice and easy. One handle for Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and TikTok. All one handle at the Shawn Sierra. Yeah, I got a great show, but I need you to get interactive. So whatever platform you're watching this on, whether it's Facebook, YouTube, or a mobile app, leave a question or comment on that platform, and it'll come up here in the thread. We'll put it up on a screen. We'll incorporate it into the show, and that, my peoples, is what makes this the best morning Chicago sports talk show around, and that's you. So bring them all, baby. Questions, comments, smart-ass remarks, because ain't nobody scared over here. I like the Rock said, baby, don't sing it. Just bring it. Man, I got to check the chat because the chat is jumping like crazy. Check it out, my man Armando Emeterio Lara Jr. is in the house, man. My man Junior's in the house. Check in. Thank you, Papa. I appreciate you. Mr. Shorty's in the house. Shorty, what up? Top of the morning to you, Shorty says. Thank you, sir. Cornelius Squalls, what up, what up, what up, sports donors? Cornelius is in the house. Thank you, sir, for checking in. I appreciate it. Michelle Walls, what up on a House Music Monday? And Sox took 2 or 3 from the fish. Yes, they did. Yes, they did, Michelle. They had those stupid-ass burpees, too, man. Thought of you this morning. Lavette Lee in the house. She's checking in. Says, happy House Music Monday, y'all. That's what I'm talking about. House Music Monday. Gotta love it. Man, my man Rick Gonzalez is in the house. Good morning, Shawn. Into the chat. FGB, baby. FGB. He says, bear the F down. That's what we're talking about, baby. Yes. Yes. James Ford in the house. What's up, Papa? Good morning, Shawn. He says, good morning, sir. How are you? Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you. Yes, doing burpees is progress. No, it's not. No, it's not. It was a devil press. So we had to do a burpee. Instead of jumping at the top, you had to snatch a dumbbell overhead. We're supposed to use 50s, but I was like, bump that. I was tired. I just stuck with 30-pound dumbbells. I kicked my butt. Whew. My man King Booker World checking in. What's up, Popeyes? To salute everybody, everyone, and Shawn. Man, what's going on, King Booker World? Did you email me? I didn't see it. I didn't see anything. Let me know if you emailed me, King Booker World. All right? Let me know. About the, I remember you said it was your grandma, I think it was. But yeah, let me know if you text me. Did you email me? Because I didn't see it. And I'll have to go back and check it because even the weekends, sometimes the weekends I don't really go through my email. And I didn't go through it intently this weekend. I kind of glanced through it. So, all right, let me know if you did. And if you need my email address again. So, either way. But yeah, guys, listen, I hope you have a wonderful, or you had a wonderful, wonderful Mother's Day. I hope if your mother's still with us, you're able to spend time with her. Because believe me, Booker Ward says, yeah, I did. Okay. All right. I'll check it out. I'll go through it again. My bad, Papa. I'll go through it again and get back to you. Okay. I hope you're able to spend time with moms if your mom is still with us. Because man, I tell you, it is a difficult situation for those. And I'm not in that case, in that camp. Because my mom's still alive, as you well know. But I know everyone whose mom is no longer with us usually has a difficult day. A couple days of the year. One is Mother's Day, and 2, it's their birthday. All right, so Mother's Day is there's a lot of people having a tough time. And then throughout the year, on her birthday is another time that everyone whose mom is gone has a tough time. So I hope if your mom is still around that you're able to celebrate her, that you're able to spend time with her, you're able to spoil her. Okay, because man, there's going to be times, there's going to come a point in time when she's gone, and you're going to wish that you did. And I wouldn't wish that on anybody. I don't know that feeling because mine is still here. And believe you me, I am grateful and welcome every single day that she opens up her God blessed eyes. All right, every single day. I hope you had a great one. We did. We went to her sister's house, the last remaining sibling she has. My mom is one of 10 kids, and she only has her younger sister left. The other 8 have passed on, and so we went to my aunt's house, and her kids were there, and some of her grandkids. So that was really cool, and it was good. My mom was really happy to see. She was happy to see her, my aunt or her sister, her nieces and nephews, and then her great nieces and nephews. She was glad to see them as well. She just came out of there with a spring in her step, and that's what happens when you celebrate with family. So I hope you're able to do that as well with your mom. Again, if your mom's still here, and if she's not, I hope you celebrated her life anyway, because I'm sure you have a lot of phenomenal memories with her. See, it was a crazy weekend because Mexicans celebrate every year, May 10th. Doesn't matter what day of the week it falls on. Every May 10th is Mexican Mother's Day. Okay, so Saturday was May 10th, and yesterday was May 11th. Yesterday was American Mother's Day. So it's funny. I reached out to a lot of my Mexican friends, or Hispanic friends, actually, with a Happy Mexican Mother's Day, Feliz Dia de la Madre. Okay, that's Feliz Dia de la Madre. It's Day of the Mother, Mother's Day. So I reached out to them with a banner a flyer that Steve had created for me, and then I also had Steve create me a flyer that says Happy Mother's Day. So I posted them twice. One Spanish one on Saturday, English one on Sunday, and it was good. A lot of good responses. People I hadn't talked to in a while, like, "Oh my God, thank you for remembering me," and it was a good time. We also had a lot of good sports this weekend. Baseball wise, we're going to talk some of that. Basketball wise, you saw the thumbnail. Man, we're fired up about that. Football, the boys, the rookies and undrafted free agents. So all the rookies were in Lake Forest at Hallis Hall this weekend, and man, there was some great stuff that was on display. I personally like what is this? Come on. No. Here we go. I personally like. Did I do it? I didn't. Son of a biscuit. I thought I did. Where Eric sleeping with the enemy. That was Chris Berman's nickname for him, which was dope. Saw him yesterday, man. Going after the running backs, holding them accountable, yelling at them, coaching them. Crazy idea. Coaching them. That's so. I'm gonna try and find it again. Wow. Nice. I like this. Talking about this particular person who's not going to be mentioned, because I just don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to open up Pandora's box, but I'm gonna have to find the. I want you guys to see Eric Bieniemy. Oh, I know what it is. There we go. Yeah. I want you to see that. And Eric Bieniemy is just awesome. He is awesome. And yes, here we go. Here you go. We'll have it here, and we'll be able to play it in a moment. But other than that, Mr. Shorty, he says in another meeting all day, but hello to all in the chat. Cornelius Squall says, without Trapillo and the O-line should be solid no matter how it out at tackle. I'm not sure what you're saying. But here's the thing. With that, Cornelius, that's what I'm talking about. Just got a text, my boy. Thank you, sir. Thank you much. Dope. It's good to have good friends. Excuse me. Anything that looks like a cone and running back's gonna be terrified of. So you saw that, didn't you, King Booker World Out? How things that rhyme with cone, bone, loan, zone. But that's what I'm talking about. Those little things. What have I told you? Now you got me fired up, King Booker World. What have I told you? If you take care of the little things, there are no big things. Okay? Attention to detail. What did I tell you? When you want to be great, there is no above and beyond. There's no doing too much when you want to be great, when you want to be the best. And this is how Eric Bieniemy is coaching them. This is exactly how Eric Bieniemy is coaching them. Handle all the little things. Stay off the cones. The cones aren't moving. Stay off the fucking cones is what he said. Okay? You have to go. You have to be. You can't. Those cones can equal feet. Okay? Feet that you need to get around. When you're running, you don't want to get tripped up by a person whose foot is on the ground or who's laying down because they got pancaked. You got to get around stuff on the ground. Move around it. And if you're you need to know this as a running back. As a running back, you can't. Your livelihood is your feet. That's one of your livelihoods. Your feet, your vision. Man. And he's telling them from Jump Street, attention to detail. From rookie minicamp, your first day here, attention to detail. That's all I'm gonna accept. That's all this team is gonna accept is your attention to detail. Oh, how it works out. You said how it works out at tackle. Should be solid no matter how it works out at tackle. Yeah, so you know what? I love the fact that they put him at the left tackle and said, there you go. We're not going to be moving you around. Here's your spot. You played it. You practiced it. Get used to it now. That's it. End of story. It's amazing. How many times have you heard me say, every person has a role on his team. And that's what makes championship teams, when you define roles for everybody, whether it's a starter or a backup. And what you're defining for Ozzie Shapiro is, I need you at left tackle, period. End of story. Now, there's going to be competition, but I need you at left tackle. When you clearly define what it is that you want from a player, what you want his role to be, players acquiesce. Players acquiesce. Like, this is what you need me to do? Bet. Got you, coach. Got you. Don't move him around. Don't bump around the guard, the center, to right tackle, the right guard. No. Listen, son, we need your big ass at left tackle. Period. End of story. You know what he's going to say? Yes, coach. I got you. And he's going to dedicate everything to being a great left tackle. Rick Gonzalez says, Shawn, we have 6 of our 9 road games are against playoff teams: Ravens, Commanders, Eagles, Packers, Lions, Vikings, and Bears. Oh, my. Can we go at least 3-3 versus the playoff teams on the road? We owe the Commanders big time. To answer your question, yes, we can go 3-3. We can go 4-2. Packers, Lions, and Vikings and Commanders, we owe something to. We're ready to beat the Packers in Green Bay. We need to smack them again and let them know they ain't on nothing. The Vikings and the Lions. The Lions need to smack them because they're starting. They got a brand new offensive coordinator, brand new defensive coordinator. A couple of their coaches are gone. They're weakened. But they should be able to go 4-2. But man, that got me fired up like nobody's business. Got me fired up. Well, listen, here's what I'm going to do. We're going to take a break because I got to get the warden off to CrossFit. All right, I got to get her off to CrossFit. She missed last week, a couple of days last week. She just wasn't feeling good. And so We just got to get her back. Come on, there we go. Yeah, so we just got to get her back. So it's time for us. It's time to take a break at this time. So we're going to do that while I get her ready to roll. There you go. Sorry about that. Download it. Thank you. All right, so let's get it cracking because we definitely got to hit top of the morning topics. Oh, and I forgot to put that down. Yeah, that's interesting. It's more NFL news than it is Bears news, but it definitely affects everything, especially the NFC. It affects that, so it's going to be pretty. I'm definitely going to I'll talk about this. Let's just hit a topic that I didn't see before. Oh no! All right, crazy. All right, so let's go. Let's come back, and we'll definitely hit top of the morning topics. All right, keep it locked right here, Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago.
Many will hear the calling. Few will earn the title. United States Marine. The few, the proud, the Marines.
Hey, it's your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra, and be sure to follow Sports Zone Chicago on all social media platforms, on Facebook, Instagram, and our Roku channel. You can find us at Sports Zone Chicago, and on Twitter, we are at Sports Zone Shy. Also, be sure to download our mobile app so you can take Sports Zone Chicago with you on the go.
How do you take care of your mind health?
For my mental health, I meditate in the mornings.
I have my dogs. They're the best.
I just find ways that help me just relax.
Finding things that make me happy, like being close to my family.
I meditate a lot and read books.
I have hobbies outside of the game. I'm able to switch off. I'm able to turn my brain off from the game of basketball.
Your mind health matters.
Your mind health matters.
We are looking for a few heroes, mentors, trailblazers, innovators, a passion to change lives, spark curiosity, open hearts, and awaken minds, help students answer the question, who am I? This could be your calling, but this is no job. It's the journey of a lifetime. Be a hero. Be a teacher.
Mental health and learning disorders don't discriminate. 17 million children and adolescents in the United States live with disorders like anxiety, depression, ADHD, and dyslexia. Less than half get the help they need to thrive. Help the Child Mind Institute change these children's lives. Visit childmind.org.
Whoa, welcome back to Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago. I meant to do that. What the heck? Here we go. So let's look at exactly what it is I want. And these clips come from the HGO. So let's take a quick look at exactly what was going on at Bears camp.
There we go. Get upfield. Get upfield. There you go. Nice. Parks. Nice. Get upfield. Get upfield. Put your eyes up. Bags ain't got shit to do with you. Pick your fucking eyes up. Hit. Get upfield. Why are you touching the fucking cone? Cones are not moving. Don't touch the cone.
Cones are not moving. That's what I'm talking about. Great stuff. I said those was courtesy of CHGO over the weekend, and that was Eric Bieniemy getting after them boys. It's what I love to see. I love coaches who coach hard. I love it. Keep booking well. You're a fool. It's off topic. I'm out in Homer Glen. You're out by me. Okay. I'm on Homer Glen looking for a broke down car, and I'm driving through the woods. I seen this horror movie before, so if y'all hear about an axe killer found choked out, it was me. She about to choke out an axe killer, huh? Like, no, not today, baby. Not today. Not today. Starting off my Monday like on this type of BS. Oh, my goodness. That's classic. That is classic. Patty's joining in. Good morning, Patty. Says, what up, what up? House Music Monday, everyone. Yes, yes. Good morning, Patty. Good morning, Jeremiah. Good morning. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. We got the warden's off. She's waiting for her lift to get here, her lift ride, her driver. I got to get home, Shawn. I hear you, bro. I hear you. And you wonder why people in movies why they get killed and they fall and they do all this nonsense, like, and nobody ever had the guts to say, nah, homie, not today. You know what I mean? Like, no one, when people come at you and they come in and grab you by your shirt, okay? And I was like, no, stop, no. And then he's like, yeah, boom. And you know what I mean? He hits you, stuff like that. Like, did you never learn how to fight? Did you never learn how to survive? Survival? Like, we're watching movies and I'm like, wait a minute. If someone walks up to me and grabs me here, first thing you do, chop them in the throat. Second thing you do, you kick their knee, stomp their knee out. Because I don't give a damn who you are. Freddie, Jason, you ain't doing shit if you can't stand up. Chop them in the throat. They got them. If they're grabbing you, they're alive. That means they're breathing. You chop them in the throat, kick that knee out. All right, stop them on the face and then run. Or kick them in the head. Stop, but it doesn't matter. Just anywhere in the head, kick, stomp, and run. You can tell these jokers never had a fight. These jokers never been outmanned and had to survive somehow, some way. Thumb to the eye socket. Yeah, I just like to throw it. It's quicker. Wham. Even if you turn, you get them in the. If you hit someone in the throat, their first reaction is a grab with both hands, like boom, throat shot, kick the knee out, stop on the head. Once you kick the knee out, he falls. Kick the side of the head and the temple, boom, and then run. Then run. I mean, you can skip because he ain't going nowhere. Sorry, you tore ACL, MCL, PCL, DCL, CCL, MCL, every CL you can take. Every CL that you have in your knee, you take out with one blow. Hey, Jason, let's see you catch me now, Mother Hubbard. Sorry, I got a little carried away. Got me fired up this morning, man. Fired up. Got me fired up. Because there's certain, I've been in situations, man, growing up. Been in situations where you had it's all fair and love and war or survival. Sorry. Better you than me. Better you with the 8-9 months of rehab on your ACL, PCL, MCL, CCL, DDL, LCL than me. Hope you got good insurance. Sorry, Your Honor, I felt threatened. When he grabbed me by my collar, he invaded my personal space and I felt threatened, had to defend myself, and I neutralized the threat. Anyway, you got me fired up this morning, King Booker World. Stop it. Well, listen, guys, you know how we do the first segment of every show is called Top of the Morning.
It won't come just when you want it. Top of the morning to you. Top of the morning to you.
Sorry, you called me. First top of the morning topic, and say, which way do we go? Which way do we go? Which way do we go? I know which way to go. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, man. Yes, baby. Good guys from the South Side. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Yesterday, the White Sox beat the Fish. Beat the Florida Marlins 4-2 and take the series 2-1. Shawn Burke was on the bump. He got a no decision. He went 4 innings, 4 hits, 1 earned run, 5 walks, 2 punch outs. Tim Elko, he's their top prospect who was brought up to the majors and made his debut on Saturday. Went 0-4 on Saturday, but yesterday he got his first major league hit, and it was a home run. He was 1 for 3 with that homer. His first of the season, driving in his first, second, and third RBIs of the year, and it also put the White Sox ahead. It was a game-winning homer. Turned out to be the game-winning homer as they won 4-2. They're down 2-1 at that particular point. Chase Mydroff, he was 2 for 4 with the other with the double, his second of the season. Good stuff. What Elko did. Well, they got the ball back from the fan, which is dope. And he said he's going to give it to his mom for her Mother's Day. What a great gift. Mom is going to be so freaking proud. And that's what the next out of one topic prospect, Tim Elko gets his first major league hit with some flair. Hits the game-winning 3-run homer in the 6th. That was dope. That was dope. All right, we're starting to get some guys with some pop. We're starting to get some talent. Please, as I screw this up again for another 4 years. Keeping it moving. The next top of the morning, top of the Sox are off today. However, they travel to Cincinnati to face the Reds tomorrow. First pitch is at 5:40 p.m. You can catch that game on Chicago Sports Network or listen to it on their flagship station, ESPN 1000. Next top of the morning, top of the Cubs. The Cubs fall to the New York Mets 6-2, dropping the series 2-1. Matthew Boyd was on the bump. He got a no decision. He went 6 innings, 6 hits, 2 earned runs, 6 punch outs. PCA 1 for 4 with a homer, his 10th home run of the season, driving in his 28th RBI. Nico Horner was 1 for 3, a double, his 8th, driving in his 16th RBI of the season. They lose 2-1, 2-1 to the Mets. But that's a good team. That's a good team. So the first series matchup looks good. Now the Cubs have a let me just say a very favorable. So I'm not going to say easy. The Cubs have a very favorable stretch coming up. And believe me, they need it. After the gauntlet that they had, after the gauntlet that those jokers had to deal with, I almost felt bad for them. Almost. I get it twisted. Almost. But they got some they got some teams that they should be able to handle. They got the Marlins coming in now. Let me get this down. They got the Marlins Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. They're off Thursday, then they welcome the White Sox for the weekend set at the Crosstown Classic. Then they go to Florida Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Then they go to Cincinnati. They're off Thursday. Then they go to Cincinnati Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And they got the Rockies Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Then Cincinnati comes here Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So you have a nice little stretch of teams you should be able to beat up. You should be able to beat up on some of these teams. You should be able to take 2 out of 3 from all those teams. The White Sox probably not, because they don't quit, and they're gonna spoil your fun. Junior says Cubs aren't getting the key hits they had been getting. They lost 2 series. Yeah, they lost 2 series in a row. Cornelia Squall said the Cubs pitching still worries me. Yeah, you got the, three of your starters are out for the time being. Your bullpen still. I ain't mad at you. I understand. I get it. You have every right to be concerned with that. The NBA draft lottery, baby. Yes. NBA draft lottery is tonight at 6 p.m. Central on ESPN. It's coming from Chicago. The Bulls have a 1.7 chance of getting the number 1 overall pick. Now, people are mad at Arturas Karnisovas for not tanking. I get it. I understand why you're mad for not tanking. I also understand that, they're trying to win. But you weren't going anywhere. Okay? You weren't going anywhere. And the thing you need to do is stack talent. Okay? Stack talent. And with a 1.7% chance of getting the number 1 overall pick, it's not very good. However, but wait, there's more. The last time we had a 1.7% chance of getting the number 1 overall pick was 2008 with Derrick Rose. So we have to figure out where the NBA thinks Cooper Flagg would best help the NBA. King Book of World says they cannot let Cooper Flagg go to Charlotte. Yeah, I don't know. Are they trying to build that area up? Are they trying to give that franchise a fighting chance? Are they trying to give that franchise a star player? Because a person like Cooper Flagg is going to do a couple of things. He's going to one and most importantly put asses in the seats. He's going to put asses in the seats for the owner of the Charlotte Hornets. Okay. Also, a lot more people are watching, and that's going to mean more revenue money for television ads. You charge more because more people are watching because they want to see Cooper Flag. What do you mean if? Michelle says if the lottery ball's rigged again. They are rigged. They are rigged. Rick says if we were to get him, what would it mean to us? The 5 seed? I don't know him. That's why I asked. Well, Rick, he's the number 1 player in the country. He's the consensus number 1 overall player coming out of college this year. No ifs, ands, or buts, no questions. That's what this dude is. He's good. You know who he's doing things on a college level that Matas Buzelis is doing on the NBA level. Okay? He's doing the same things that Matas is doing, but he's only doing them on the NCAA level while Matas is doing them in the NBA. If we don't get him, I think Matas is just as good, can be as good or better than Cooper Flag. If we do get him and we have both of those guys, woo, Charlie. Don't even get me excited, King Booker Roy says, Cooper Flag, Matas with Kobe, man. Man. But it all depends on who they're trying to hype up. What franchise needs a boost, a financial boost. See, Derrick Rose in Chicago was a gimme back in 2008. It was a gimme. From Chicago, top player. The Bulls were down. They needed that franchise up again. You need your big franchises to be good. You need your LAs, your New Yorks, your Chicagos, your Miamis. You need the big city franchises to be good. But once you have them good or competitive, now you don't just want to leave the smaller markets out there to flounder. You want to start building those smaller markets up as well. Rick said, did you see that Giannis is open to leaving the Bucks? No, he talked about it. He's like, if it's here or not, yeah, I saw it. But he's 30. He's 30. Not 26 or even 28. He's 30. And I think he's still a good player, but I think he's a couple years removed from his prime. I think he's got a couple good years left. I'd say the 30. Another 2 really good seasons left. And then maybe another 2 decent seasons. So he's got 4 years. But are you ready to compete for an NBA title in 2? Or is he going to be a part of a championship but not the centerpiece of a championship? Remember, like Frank Thomas was in 2005. Remember when our Pope Leo the 14th saw them play in game 1? And they caught him on camera? Yeah. When Frank Thomas wasn't the main, after being the face of the franchise for a long time, he wasn't. He was just a coat rider. He was injured a lot of that season. Paul Konerko and Trent had taken over and entrenched himself at first base. Remember all that? Giannis could go to work. Like Frank was still hitting homers. But he wasn't the face of the team. And I don't think Giannis is going to be the face of this team if he comes not at 30. Not at 30. Quickly, on Saturday, the Sky. They fell to Minnesota Lynx 92-87. Yeah, that was a tough one. Their final preseason game. Kia Nurse, she had 14 points leading the way. Ariel Banham, 14 points. Angel Reese, 10 points. King Booker World, your next ex-wife, Camila Cardoso, she had 13 points, 9 rebounds. But I'll tell you what, I really do like the way Angel Reese's game has developed. I like it a lot. All right, she's added some moves. She's added some foot speed, some quickness, some balance, some agility. And you saw her on the spin, going up and under. all the work that she's done in the offseason. See, and that's the thing, is like everyone saw she went to the Met Gala, she's in doing fashion shows, all these other things, and people are like, well, you should be preparing for the season. Obviously she was. You can't prepare 24/7. You get your work in every morning. It gives you the rest of the day to do whatever it is you need to do. All right? You could have 2 workouts, 3 workouts scheduled in the offseason. You know, Kobe talked about 4 workouts. Get them at 3 to 5. All right? 8 to 10. All right? 1 to 3, and then 5 to 7. Maybe she did that on the days that she wasn't traveling or going to the Met Gala or going being at the sideline or going to WrestleMania or wrestling events. Or maybe she's doing all that. Maybe she's working like that. We don't know. We don't know because you weren't there. So I could tell you, though, we do know she was working because her game is definitely improved. And for that, I'm grateful. Very, very, very grateful. Next top of the morning topic. Whew. Eastern Conference playoffs. The NBA playoffs, Eastern Conference semifinals. The Indianapolis Pacers blow out the number 1 seed Cleveland Cavaliers 129 to 109. They had a 41-point lead at one particular point of the game. Cleveland just close or narrowed the gap to avoid embarrassment. The Pacers now lead the series 3-1. All right, they're going back to Cleveland. Cleveland's got a tall road, a long road ahead of them. Got to win at home, then you got to go back and win at Indy, and you got to come back and win at home. It's a very difficult situation to come back from 3-1. It's been done. It's been done plenty of times, but this is a tough matchup. Tyrese Halliburton is no joke. No joke. So good luck to them. Staying with the NBA, the next top of the morning topic in the Eastern Conference semis. Tonight, the Knicks host the Boston Celtics at the world's most famous arena, Madison Square Garden. Tip-off is at 6:40 p.m. Central Time. You can catch that game on ESPN. The Knicks lead the series 2-1. The Knicks need this game right here. Knicks need this game right here. Huge difference. I'm going to talk about the next topic. One topic: the huge difference between three games, leading 3-1, or trailing 3-1, or the series being tied 2-2. Huge difference. So the Knicks need this game. They're at home. So that means you can go to Boston. First of all, you've already won in Boston twice. So it's not a daunting task. It's not one that you haven't achieved already. Okay, so you know you can do that. But if you do lose to them and it goes 3-2, you know you got to come back here, or not here. You got to go back home to Madison Square Garden in 6. Okay, the Knicks are handling the Celtic team in a way that I didn't think was possible. The defending champs, I didn't think that Jalen Brunson was going to be the man like this. He is a one-man. Let me not say that one-man machine. It's not true. But he's a killer. He's a killer. His mentality, I love it. Cornelius says you can stick a fork in the Cavs. They're done. Rick Gonzalez says, I can't name one Pacer. Tells you how much I pay attention. If I didn't do it for a living, yeah, the Pacers are like, who else you got? They got Tyrese Halliburton. But Rick said, but I can name the starting five of the 98 Pacers with Reggie Miller and that's the only team. Remember, Rick, that's the only team that took the Bulls to Game 7 in the series during their championship run. There's the Eastern Conference Finals, and they went to Game 7. I don't know if you remember that. Only time. So 91, those 6 titles, that's the only Game 7 that they faced. That, my friends, is domination. Don't give me the shit about LeBron James, bitch ass, crying. Mark Jackson, the Davis brothers, Rick Smith, and Reggie. Oh, man, that's crazy. That's good stuff. The Western Conference Finals. The OKC Thunder came from behind to beat the Denver Nuggets 92-87. The series is now tied. 2 games apiece. I tell you, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, SGA, they interviewed him yesterday. They mentioned this. Said, what's the difference? It's like, man, it's like a new series. It is. It's tied. The best out of 3 went from a best of 7 to best of 3. First 1 of 2 wins in these next 3 games wins it all. They felt like they were rejuvenated. And more power to them. Although I do want Denver. I don't want OKC. Just don't. The next top of the morning topic, we're staying in the NBA and the Western Conference. The Minnesota T-Bulls face the Golden State Warriors in Game 4. Tip-off is tonight at 9 p.m. Central. You can catch that game on ESPN. Minnesota leads the series 2-1. They are back in Oaktown. Are they in Oakland or San Francisco? I forgot. I don't remember where the Oracle is. I think they're in San Fran. But anyway, Steph will be out again, and that really sucks. So I really don't give Golden State a chance. I just don't. And the last top of the morning topic before we go to break, the NFL. The NFL season kicks off according to what was released today with the Eagles hosting the Dallas Cowboys on Thursday Night Football, September 4th. Okay, the official schedule release is Wednesday. Right, the entire schedule will be released on Wednesday. There are a lot of other games that are coming out now. The Brazil game, they're giving the Friday game because this is a Thursday game. Remember, they have a Thursday game, a Friday game. That'll be the game in Brazil. Then we got a Saturday game and a Sunday game within the Sunday games as well. Some people were talking about the Bears and the Eagles. And obviously that's not happening because the Eagles are playing the Cowboys. But there's another one. That's one of the things we're going to talk about today. What are some of the matchups that you want to see? What you think the opening? What would be a good opening game for Bears? Does it have to be a Sunday night game? Does it have to be a Monday night game? Or do you want a regular, old, boring 12 p.m. Central game? Who do you want the Bears to play? Put that in the chat. I see Rick already put that in there. I want the Raiders week 1 easy win. Who do you want week 1 for the Bears? See, if it's the Raiders, Rick, then they're in Las Vegas because they're playing the Raiders on the road. I'm not saying that it won't. It can happen. I'm just saying that they're playing at Vegas. So Wednesday when they find out, I, along with a whole bunch of other big faction of Bear Nation, are going to buy some airline tickets. One to Vegas and one to San Francisco. I'm going to go to San Francisco. Cornelius is regular, 12 o'clock Central, ass kicking of the Packers. No, we'll talk about that on the other side of the break. There's definitely some stuff some interesting things that we can discuss. Let's leave it like that. Interesting things that we can discuss. All right. So give me a break. I'll be back on the other side of this 3 minutes, so don't go anywhere, folks. Keep it locked right here. Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago. Hey, it's your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra, and be sure to follow Sports Zone Chicago on all social media platforms, on Facebook, Instagram, and our Roku channel. You can find us at Sports Zone Chicago, and on Twitter, we are at Sports Zone Shy. Also, be sure to download our mobile app so you can take Sports Zone Chicago with you on the go.
Time out. How are you feeling right now? Happy? Excited? Angry? Overwhelmed? One of the best things you can do for your mind health is to name what you're feeling. It can sharpen your awareness and help you talk about your feelings with someone you trust. Here are 3 questions to ask yourself. Where are your thoughts right now? In the past, the present, the future? Do you notice any sensations in your body? Is your heart beating fast? Is there a flutter in your stomach? Or are you fully relaxed? What do you need right now? Time with others? Time to yourself? Remember, there's power in this awareness. So find ways to identify what you're feeling today.
Hi, guys. Hey. Hi, Megan. Hey, Jessica. Megan, you're a tramp. Ryan Fitch told me you guys made out. Everybody knows. He said your breath smells like garbage. And he almost puked. He says you're the most desperate girl he knows, besides your mom. How many boyfriends does she have anyway? Lots? Your makeup makes you look like a clown. That zit is huge, zit face.
Hey, bud, what you doing?
I'm playing with cars.
Cars? Can you show me what a car does? Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on a second. First of all, this is a school zone. So you need to put down your cell phone, stop texting, and let's get to driving. Now you're coming up to a stop sign, right? You need to slow down and stop before you hit that Y line. I want you to look left, right, left. You don't want to get hit by a car going on your left, and to your right to make sure you don't get sideswiped by a guy coming from your right. You're coming, and you see a crosswalk. You better slow your horses down, because the #1 rule of driving is always yield to pedestrians. Now stop, pull over, and you are done driving. Gosh, what do they teach you kids in school nowadays?
Warren throws, wide open man, finally got it to his tight end, Loveland. From the 45, under center, Warren. The pitch, now the end around, a flea flicker. Warren's got a man, Loveland again. Broke one tackle. Posted Loveland down the sideline, all the way to the 19-yard line. Second down, 8. Warren down the middle, got a man, and it's Loveland on the run, and he's still going.
Welcome back to Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago. That was Colston Loveland. Ordered. I customized. That's our #1 overall pick this year. He was at rookie minicamp. He was on the grass, although he was not participating. A lot of mental reps. He was behind some of the other guys. but just kind of knowing what to do. They're putting him, showing him where to go, where to be. Yeah, it was good for him. You know, he was excited. Cornelius says, now that's why we got Loveland, because Komet can't do that. Komet has no wiggle at all. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. But it doesn't mean Komet's not good. I agree with you. He doesn't have any wiggle, but Komet has had a lot of big catches for us, a lot of drive extenders on third down, a lot of huge catches on third down Komet has had for us, right? A lot of touchdowns he's had for us in the red zone. Yeah. Komet is good, a good tight end. He's a very good tight end, top 10 tight end. But you know, he does not have wiggle. He does not. And I think that's what going to make this even more difficult. It's like, who are you going to guard? You want to guard Cole Komet? Okay, then you got Loveland. But if you want to guard Loveland in a 2 tight end set or kind of double team or shade his way, now you got Komet who can hurt you. But you can't even, truth be told, you can't double team any of those guys because you have DJ Moore and Roma Dunze. DJ Moore is going to draw the double team from every single team, or at least shade over a safety, as he should. So can Loveland take advantage of these mismatches? And if he does take advantage of these mismatches, holy cow. Okay? He's going to be a lot taller than a lot of these linebackers. Okay? I don't know about more athletic because these linebackers nowadays are crazy athletic. But he's going to be someone that you can get the ball to, get the ball over defensive linebackers. It's going to be a tough cover for Colston Loveland. He's going to be a tough cover. Junior, they're stupid. Stop it. I keep seeing online they're going to trade DJ. I'm not trading DJ. At least for the next 2, maybe 3 years. No. Plus, he'll be 30 after 3 years. No one's going to want to trade for a 30-year-old wide receiver with that contract. Unless the contract is team-friendly at the end of it. I don't remember. But no, stop it. No one's going to. It's just dumb people starting shit so they can get clicks. Don't bother reading into it. No. Okay. No. But I haven't seen any. Who would you like the Bears to start off with? All right, Cornelius said regular 12 a.m. Central, 12 p.m. Central, ass kicking of the Packers. You want to be buried in with the masses, huh? Who else? So I'll tell you I tell you what game I want to see. I don't get the DJ hate. Rick, you know what it is? It's all these little fanboys, these little goofballs, okay, who are the Caleb cult, because Caleb has an issue with DJ. So now they're having an issue with DJ. I firmly believe this is uncorroborated. I have no factual evidence. But I just don't think that Caleb likes DJ because of his comment. DJ was a Justin Fields guy. So is Cole Kmet. And I feel that's why Cole Kmet was on the back of a milk carton. That Caleb Williams refused to throw to him most of the time last year because he was a Justin guy. He made it in his mind. I believe he's that petty. I'm not going to throw to him. And he didn't. It's my own personal opinion. I could be wrong, but probably not. Rick Gonzalez says, Commanders, be nice to open the season. That game's in D.C., too. They're playing at the Commanders. Man, let me see. Maybe I can get to that game, too. Reason being, I get to catch up with my guy, Randy, Caleb's high school coach. Oh, you and everybody else, Rick, want revenge. We had that game last year. But thank you, Tyreek Stevenson, for not being attentive, and for going rogue and doing a job that wasn't yours. Because when you did that other job that wasn't yours, you left your job unattended, and that's where they scored. You're supposed to be in the back of the cluster. But you're in the front of the cluster. And actually, you tipped the ball right to the receiver. But I do want revenge too. Anyone else? What game would you like to see? So when would you want it to be, Rick? You want it to be 12 o'clock on Sunday? Do you want it Sunday night, Monday night? When would you want that game? That was Fluke's doing his double agent act. Rick, so you want it Sunday night? Okay, has to be. All right, a couple more people. What game do you want the Bears? What's your opening weekend game for the Bears? Come on, we got a lot more people in the chat. Give me something, and I'll tell you who mine is. What mine would be. I'd be happy as a pig in slop if this happens. Nobody else has a game they want the Bears to open up. No one has a game they want to see the Bears open up with, a team. Come on, man. We got to have more people. We got to have everybody. Everyone has got an idea. Boop, boop. No? Okay, so here's mine. Here's mine. Here is mine. And this is going to be dope. The Bears host the Lions on Sunday night. That's who I want. That's what I want. I want the Bears to host the Lions on Sunday night. Sunday night in Chicago on the lakefront. Yeah, baby, baby. So the weather's going to be warm too. Ben Johnson and his old team. Antoine Randall, his old team. The wide receivers coach for the Bears now. Chicagoland's own. That's the game I want the Bears to open up the season with. Hosting the Lions on Sunday night. Hosting the Lions on Sunday night. All right? A lot of storylines. A lot of emotion. I like that's my pick. Anyone else have any you want to see him stay at San Fran? Do you want to see him play some Cornelius said Green Bay? Anyone else want to see him at Green Bay? Anyone want to see him in Detroit? Anyone want to see against Minnesota, home or away? Anyone want to see him in Cincy against Joey Burr? All right. The Cowboys, don't we play the Cowboys as well? Let me see. I thought I had, I think I do. I just got to find it. Their opponent's schedule, home and away. Oh, goodness gracious, Great Balls of Fire. It's going to take me forever. Forever. No, that was... Yeah, I have it. I just missed it. Goodness gracious, Great Balls of Fire. I hate when I can't find what I'm looking for. I feel, cue up you too. I still haven't found what I'm looking for. All right, never mind. I know I had it. I just don't know where it's at. All right. Yeah, the Cowboys play the Eagles Thursday night. They play them Thursday night. So, two NFC East rivals. I get it. That's cool. East Coast bias. I understand. I understand. Are we at Philly or is Philly here? That's why I wanted to. God, goodness gracious. That's why I wanted to find out. I don't know, King Booker World. King Booker World, so you know they're going to have them open up against Detroit, right? I hope so. Oh, Rick says we're at the Eagles this year. Okay. But yeah, it makes the most amount of sense. Open up against Detroit. That makes sense. Guess I'm still trying to look for the home and away. And when I find it, I'll be like, oh, here it is. If Detroit makes the most sense. This one. So that's the one I'm sticking to, Detroit. I want Detroit. I'd love to see that, but I want it here. I don't want it in Detroit. Fuck Detroit. So call me crazy. Bump them. I don't want to hear about Detroit. What that was it? Yeah, I don't want to hear about Detroit. Still a hellhole. No. So I want. Yeah. And they won't have it here. Okay. Yeah, because if you don't click on it, like the photos, you won't get it. All right. But that's who I want. Detroit here on the lakefront. I don't want. Who are the good teams? Rick says the division: Saints, Pittsburgh, Giants, Browns, Cowboys. That's our home schedule. Okay. We have a very favorable one. The Saints, they don't got a quarterback. Their guy just retired. Pittsburgh, they don't got a quarterback yet either. The Giants and Abdul Carter, and they got a rookie quarterback. No, they got it was Russ. They got Russ over there. They have Jameis Winston over there. So they should be okay. The Browns are the Browns. And the Cowboys. And away, the Ravens, Bengals, 49ers, Raiders, Pack Lions, Eagles, Commanders, Vikings. Thanks, Rick. I appreciate it, Papa. Thank you. Yeah. The Niners, I don't know. I think the Niners are going to be a team we can beat this year. Christian McCaffrey, what's his status? Brock Purdy, what's his status? The Eagles, Commanders, those two are tough. Bengals, Joey Burrow, that's tough. The Ravens, that's tough. The Raiders, that should be easy. The 49ers are going to be tough, but, man, I don't know. I don't know. Do the Bears want revenge? I mean, it was a new staff. This is a new staff. So there's no, we need to get revenge from last year because blah, 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 blah. They weren't here. But for some reason, I'm not as apprehensive about playing the 49ers this year. I'm not. I'm just not. Oh. Okay. You know, talking when they had some of the interviews, it was good to see. Those guys were getting it, they're soaking it all in. Shamar Turner, when asked, you know, he said, day one on Friday, he goes, I didn't take the cart out to the field. For those of you who don't know what that means, there's a cart, one or two carts that rotates. So they'll come up when you come out of Hallis Hall. If you're playing on the backfield, they'll give you a ride over there. Okay. Play on the front fields, because they have two separate areas for fields. They have 5 fields or 6. I don't know. But anyway, but if you're in the back by the Walter Payton Center, it's a walk. It's a nice little walk. So they have the little golf carts, and the people will pick them up and drop players off. So he said, Shamar Turner said, no, I didn't take the cart today because I wanted to walk and soak it all in. It made sense because this is what he's been working for his entire life. This is what he's been working for, to be on an NFL roster. And the first day of practice, you know, you talk about being grateful, like, hey, that's the day. That day exactly is the day he prayed for, to get on an NFL practice. My first day of practice. Yes, the draft, you dreamed about that day as well. That's a huge moment. But that first day, after they fit you up, and if you don't have it, the Bears do a good job. This is dope. The Bears do a great job. So they have their video team is on point. Now, I would imagine that all of the NFL teams have a video team like this. But this is dope. Watch this.
Welcome to Rookie Minicamp. The first stop, the equipment room. The guys start off with a fitting for cleats, and here they're doing a 3D foot scan with some pretty ugly colored socks. The machine that they're standing on measures their true foot size and then suggests which cleats would be best for each guy. Our equipment team researches what cleats each of them wore in college and finds the best match. After trying on a few pairs, they pick out the ones they want and move on to helmets. For helmets, the equipment team then goes over helmet updates from the league. Our equipment team then makes adjustments to the padding, chin strap, and visor to the player's liking. Final stop is confirming all of the guys' sizes and fittings for both game day and practice wear. Players are required to have their legs covered during the games, so they go over different sleeve and sock options, as well as how to showcase the 3 stripes, which are required by the team. They also talk through pants options, so if they want a belt or drawstring, and what their preferences are for warm-up and under shoulder pad gear. And there you go. The guys are all fitted for rookie minicamp.
Crazy, huh? Crazy. So when you're doing all that, and those are moments that you dream about, but actually getting on the field. So the next moment that you sit and absorb will be your first preseason game at Soldier Field. Coming out, stepping onto, your first preseason game, period. Because that's your first NFL game. Preseason. But then your next thing will be your first regular season NFL game. That is where you're going to get a lot of your butterflies. Because now this one count. These count for real. And the thing that you've been working on for majority of your life to this point, you're 21. Many of them started playing in grammar school. The moment has arrived. And it's one that was pretty crazy. You know, I didn't play in the NFL. I did play overseas, and we played in like soccer stadiums and stuff like that. And so when I first, and it was crazy because the first I went out there, it was June, right after graduation. And I understand the feeling. All right, I understand it. I recall coming out, I had my Walkman, my Walkman. Warming up on the field and just thinking, man, how great is this? And we're in the playoffs. It's a long story, but I went right in the middle of the playoffs and got acclimated with the team. Had less than a week to practice. I'll tell you the story. Many people know it. I know Junior knows it. He's heard it a billion times. But Shamar Turner, that's the thing. He wanted to walk, and there's certain moments that you pray for that you're like, man, I made it. I prayed for this day. I prayed for these days. The day that I could, because I signed my contract. That's one. The day I get out to the practice field for the first time with a team that wanted me, that drafted me. That's two. The day I walk out to the field for the first preseason game as a professional. That's three. The day I walk out that field for the first regular season home game in front of my fans, it's five. There are a couple days that players look forward to, and that's one of those. Are them. Cornelius, man, all the Bears gear you could ever want. So think about it. They got 32 teams. Nike's got an outfit. 32 teams. Yep. King Booker Will said, not worried about the 49ers. I called their fall off last year. Okay. Cornelius says we can't beat them because the Bears' biggest disadvantage has been coaching, but not anymore. I want to agree with you. We're going to find out. Cornelius says, I'm going to Arizona tomorrow, and most of my stuff is Bears gear. Cornelius. Brandon, my Mother's Day was good. I took my mom to her sister's house. We went to her sister's house. Had a carne asada cookout. It was good. There was a couple. My cousin's grandkids were there, so the ice cream man drove by. And he didn't stop. He didn't have his horn on, his siren on, his song on, nothing. We're like, no, what the hell? So then I said, you know what? I'll buy everyone an ice cream. I said, if the paleta man comes by, I said, I'll definitely give you, I'll buy the paletas. Anyone not know what a paleta is? The paleta man is the guy who pushes the little cart, has a little bell, ting, 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 goes up and down the different blocks and sells like frozen pops. But they're in various flavors. Right, that's a paleta. Okay? And it was funny. So there was 10 people. Sonia, Carlos, my mom, Moni, Jojo, Gabby. 1, 2, 11 people. 11 people. So we get there. So what happened? They went there. A couple of them were gone. They went to the store. They went to get gas. They fill up for the day, and the paleta man came. So I bought them all paletas. King Booker World knows what's up. He's like the paleta de elote man. You know it, baby. You know it. The elote man. So, single game. Might have been 175. I know for playoff game when I came down, I flew out. I got the call Monday, flew out Tuesday, got there Wednesday, practice Thursday, Friday, game Saturday. Or Thursday, we left Friday, game Saturday. That game against Rome, I had 150, about 150. $150 and 3 tutties. Then when I left, I was the second leading rusher in Italy. Because it was very reminiscent of my Thunder days because we beaten teams handily, so I didn't play a lot of fourth quarters. I didn't care until I was second in the league in rushing. Just saying. I'm not saying. I'm just saying. But those are moments, man. Those are the things that they wanted, that you prayed for, and you get to live. And for him to walk instead of getting driven to the practice field is one way of him just soaking it in. I really like the way that they're coaching these young men. They're coaching them hard. You saw Eric Bieniemy, Antoine Randall-L's the same way. He's just as disciplined and structured. Dennis Allen's the same way. Ben Johnson's the same way. Okay, I like the structure and the culture that they're creating. I know culture is an overused word often, but the culture that they're bringing is attention to detail, and I love it. I can't explain how excited I am by having those types of coaches on this coaching staff. I got to give a hat off to Coach Ben Johnson for picking these guys. Remember, he's talked about it. He said, I could have picked some of my friends. He says, but I wanted to come out of my comfort zone. He's like, I wanted to pick some great coaches for this team. And I think he did. I really think he did. And I know it's tough. Every year you get excited and screw it up. But this year I think it's going to be different. I think I think Ben Johnson's got a better grasp, better understanding of it, of being a first-time head coach. He's got Dennis Allen there to kind of walk him through it, hold his hand while he walks through this journey of being a rookie head coach. A guy he should confide in. He should. So we'll see how that plays out, because that's going to be interesting. Let's take a real quick break. All right, we're going to take a real quick break. Come back. We're going to wrap this show up, put a nice little bow on it, talk a little baseball. All right, so don't go anywhere, folks. Keep it like right here. Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago.
Hey, it's your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra, and be sure to follow Sports Zone Chicago on all social media platforms, on Facebook, Instagram, and our Roku channel. You can find us at Sports Zone Chicago, and on Twitter, we are at Sports Zone Shy. Also, be sure to download our mobile app so you can take Sports Zone Chicago with you on the go.
Got it done here. Ouch! And we're gonna make sure you lit this time. Ouch! You're not gonna get me this time.
Ow, Manny!
Whoops! Let's try an easy one.
Every day, we take steps to keep the people we love safe. But some health risks are easy to miss. Ticks hiding in the yard can spread germs, like the ones that cause Lyme disease. Mice searching for food can spread bacteria that makes us sick. Mosquitoes lay eggs in standing water and can spread West Nile virus and more. Cockroaches are drawn to water in the home, leaving behind allergens that can trigger asthma attacks. Common pests can threaten our health. Learn how to protect your family at pestworld.org.
Hey, this is Corey McGetty, and I listen to Shawn and Maya on the morning show.
And what's your assessment of Luther?
Luther, stud. Yeah, I mean, you saw the highlights, right? I mean, he's a playmaker waiting to happen. I mean, went to the same high school, I believe, as Jameson Williams. JMO texted me right after we took him, and he said, you got a dog just like me, you know? And so Luther has that same confidence. He's got that same swagger to him. For 6 foot, 200 plus pounds, it's rare to see somebody with his movement skills. He can stop on a dime and accelerate just like that. Give him a little bit of space, and he can make big things happen. And so a dangerous player, weapon, call him what you want, but I see big things in his future.
Welcome back to Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago. Those are courtesy of the Chicago Bears. That's Ben Johnson talking about Luther. Luther, are you angry with me? Oh, goodness. But yeah, I'm excited. There's nothing left to say. I can't wait till minicamp, OTAs, and all this other stuff, and see him. Then get him, preseason games, checking him out, live, interviewing these. It's going to be a good year that I'm thinking. Just logically, it should be a much better year. All right, it's got to be. It's got to be. Let's talk a little baseball real quick. Cubs yesterday fell to the New York Mets. They're in New York. That was a tough one. It was a good series, though. It was a good series. They fell 6-2. First place Cubs, first place Mets. All right, you can't argue. You can't get mad. Yeah, of course, there's always things you can do different, but you can't get mad at them because you're facing a first place team. All right, you're facing a first place team, and you lose the series 2-1. Not Busters, not Colorado. You play the first place Mets with a lineup that's crazy. They got a nice little lineup over there, boy. They got a nice lineup over there with the Mets. Juan Soto. I'm going to say Hector Alonso. That's not it. Goodness gracious. There's 3. It's eluding me now. But anyway, that was a good game. Good series. Now you went through the gauntlet early. All right, you went through the gauntlet early, and now you're, I don't want to say on easy street, but you got an easier stretch. You got an easy stretch. And you guys are fired up. Cade Horton made his debut. What do you have? 5 Ks in 4 innings? That's a nice way to start your MLB debut. Pete Alonso, not Hector Alonso. Pete Alonso. 5 Ks in 4 innings against, doesn't matter who it is, but that's a nice squad that you had. Means you went through the lineup at least once. Kid looked good. Kid looked good. And it's cool you didn't start him. There you go. You know, one of the things you do is you ease these guys in. You know, you don't go out there and nowadays. Because back then, you just ease them in. Hey, you're making a start against the Yankees. You're making a start against the Orioles. You're making a start against the Rangers. You're making a start against the Mariners. And the kid made a start, and that was it. But now people are just like, ease him in. Ease him in because, you know, we don't want to hurt his confidence. We don't want to shatter his confidence. Like, come on, man. Stop being such sissy soft suckers. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to be a jerk. I'm just saying. Yeah, who is Cade Horton? Now, let me get his actual numbers. Yeah, and he actually got the win on Saturday. He got the win. He went. Brad Keller he started first inning, 2 punch outs, and then Chad Horton came in. 4 innings, 4 hits, 3 runs, all earned. No walks, 5 punch outs for the win. Congratulations on his first major league victory. And now build on it. That's all you can do. That's all you can do. My White Sox, they took the series yesterday, 2-1. 2 games to 1, I should say. Over the Florida Marlins with a 4-2 win. Florida sucks. But you know what? Our youngster, Tim Elko, the Sox just put it up on social media the other day on Friday, where the Charlotte head coach, Charlotte manager, was telling Tim, hey, you know what, you're going to the bigs. You know, I love you. Something, you know, you're one of the best players I've ever coached, blah, 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 blah. And he comes up in his second game and hits a homer. His first major league hit is a home run. And they started calling. So now there's going to be a new shirt. If Tim continues to hit homers, Tim Elko, they have a new nickname for the people who follow him, the Alcoholics. The internet is undefeated. They call them the Alcoholics. There's a lot of alcoholics in Sox Park. That, my peoples, I can promise you. So that was, I thought that was pretty cool. What a way to, that's a great name. Alcoholics. The fans of Tim Elko. That's great. The NBA draft lottery tonight. I'm hoping and I'm praying somehow, some way, keep coming up with funky shit like every single day. That they allow the Bulls to get Cooper Flag. That'll put us on the map. Big time. Cooper Flag and Matas Bucelas. Yeah. he gave us. He was trying to tank. Well, here's the thing. I don't know if he was trying to tank. You know, you didn't trade Zach soon enough. You didn't trade Vooch at all. You needed one of these guys. Excuse me. Obviously, Cooper Flagg's the main character. But man, to go all in on it, I get it. I understand both points of view. From the business aspect, you want to get the best player possible. You're not going to the playoffs. So tank, get the best odds to get the number one pick. But I also see the player's perspective. I ain't tanking for jack spit. I'm trying to win. And they did. And what's crazy is it fell right into the plan, or right into that was the plan of Arturis and the Bulls, because the Bulls, they're about money. Reinsdorf has let you know that from Jump Street. All right, he wants asses in the seats. He's going to get you a couple playing games. So keep you excited. We got a brand new exciting brand of I said same brand. We have a new brand of basketball, new style of basketball, up and down the court, shooting threes, which I hate, which is the 21st century. High scoring. This is what people want to see. It's what people are getting. You're not winning. I take that back. You won 15 out of your last 20. But can that be sustained? Moving on. Can they sustain that? I don't know. It's a lot of sustaining you're asking there. That's tough. That's a tough call. You know, you got to add some to the mix. And if we get a Cooper Flagg type player, obviously I love Cooper Flagg. Man. King Book of World, you said it yourself. Flagg, Matas, and Kobe. Not just Kobe, Josh Giddey. Now we're cooking with gas. Now we're cooking with gas. You get that type of squad. Yeah, Mashawn. More 3s and 2s. I don't like it either. I don't like it at all. I hate it. As a matter of fact, I hate it. I'm not turning down 2 points just to give it out to a guy who could 30% chance of almost 40% chance of making 3 when I got a 95% chance of making 2. It's just the way NBA has evolved, and I don't like it. There's got to be a time and a place for everything. I understand 3s are important. If you have a wide open path to the basket, take it. Take it. But no, they're looking for somebody to kick it out to. Yeah, look at the Celtics shot 63 threes. Come on. Ridiculous. That was good for a week back in the day. 63 3-point shots was good for a week. It's a good amount for a week. That was a game. I don't know. Again, it's old. Let's get off my lawn, Shawn. I just don't like it. The Bulls are fun to watch. I know they shoot a lot of threes, but they still go to the hole. They still work through Vooch. They still pick and roll. They dive to the basket. Those things I like. I like those things a lot. What if we don't get the top pick? Where do we go from there? Where do we go from there? There's a couple guys. I think the first 4 or 5 can be game changers. But if we fall out, where's that? I don't think the Bulls shot 63 threes all season in the 88-89 year. You might be right, bro. You might be right. Oh, my goodness. You might be right. That's crazy. That's craziness. But this is the NBA as we know it. All right, I'm looking forward to tonight's games. Tonight's games are going to be dope. We got tonight. The Knicks. Knicks at Madison Square Garden. They're first. They're up first. They play first at 6:40 p.m. Central. They host the Celtics. And then the T-Wolves and Warriors at 9. 6:40 and 9. Man, they're on the West Coast, so not the Warriors. They're literally on the left coast. They're in the Bay. It's a 9 o'clock start, 7 o'clock, at 7 o'clock start over there, 9 o'clock here. Whew. I want the Knicks bad, but I don't want the Knicks because I have so many New York friends from New Yorkers talking like this. Shawn, and New York friends. But they haven't won a title. Like all my friends, many of them hadn't seen a title because the last title was, what, 75? They're 4 years old and younger. Do they remember the Knicks title in 75? I don't know. They thought they had it in the 90s against our Bulls, and the Bulls laid a smackdown on their candy asses. Shorty, my meeting's finally over. Damn it, missed the show. That's all right. I saw the Eagles' first game is set. The schedule didn't come out yet, though. No, the schedule's coming out Wednesday. There's games leaking. All right, like the Cowboys-Eagles game. I think the Chargers, they said, were in Brazil on Friday. Because remember, NFL's, they like bump everybody. We're starting our first game Thursday. We have a game Friday. We have a game Saturday. And then our regular game Sunday. We have our game Monday. They don't give a damn. They don't give a damn. But games tonight are going to be dope. Right? They've been, except for one or two games, the blowout yesterday at Cleveland. I don't know what the hell Cleveland was doing. Did they even show up? Can you argue that as showing up for your team? Can you argue that? Because I can't. I can't argue what they did yesterday. That was ridiculous. That was embarrassing. Down 41 at one point. That was like the Bulls at one point. They were down, or who was it? Was it the Bulls? It was Reese because I was texting the Smoke Fellas. They were down 60. I think it might have been the Bulls. Was the playoff? Yeah, the playoff was Miami. It was Miami. There it was. It was the Heat getting blown out at home. They were down 60. They lost to like 58, 59. They were trailing by 60 points. Insane. Listen, 2 hours is coming and going. I want to thank you guys. Great stuff today. I really appreciate it. I'm going to replay this at 6. And then at 12:15, Lakina and Sid are going to take you on another 2 hours tour of Chicago sports talk. All right? Listen. Do yourself a favor. Let your loved ones know you love them because tomorrow is promised to no one. Reach out. 75 degrees already over here. I got to take this off. I'm starting to sweat. Got to throw a T-shirt on before I go pick up the warden. But, guys, you have a phenomenal day. Again, this will replay at 6. Lakina and Sid on Second City Sports at 12:15. Tune into that. Check them out. Now, and I will see you on Wednesday. All right, so for everyone here at Sports Zone Chicago, guys, I'm your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra. You guys have a phenomenal day because your boy is out.